The Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, the home energy specialist. Vermonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Claremont, always fresh. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Kasasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And LaValle Building Supplies, for home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Set to start the second quarter. Tie score 7-7 our score. Stevens, Kearsarge girls. And just out of the inbounds pass, Sydney Miller is fouled by Megan Roy. And that's their sixth team foul, Roy's first in this first half. And Roy's going to get called for this another foul.
Yeah, and to me, it kind of looks like Miller is just running into Roy, which is making Roy move her feet.
Right, Roy's got to
getting the call.
Yep. So the refs are going to...
Another foul?
Refs are going to call attention to something, and they're going to give a free throw. That last foul was the seventh foul.
Wow.
So the last foul there by Roy was their seventh. So the ref alerting everyone that Miller will be shooting 1-1, and the ref having some words for Megan Roy to make sure she doesn't do anything after the whistle. He's getting frustrated with picking up two quick fouls, and then Miller converting the first of the 1-1.
Our next YCN High School Game of the Week will feature the male Cougars of Kearsarge taking on the Stevens Cardinals. The Winter Game of the Week premieres at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights.
So Miller not able to convert that one, rebounded by the Cougars, and they'll look for their first lead of the night. No good on the attempt there. Stevens basketball, they'll try and run. But 2-on-3, wisely, Miller pulls it back. Into the paint, and Tess Whitney gets the shot off, no good. Pond with a three-point attempt. Miller offensive rebound. Very physical underneath the hoop. This time, Courtney Loster comes away with that.
Yeah, it's funny, they called Roy for three kind of soft fouls, but they didn't call that one against Loster. It seemed like a lot of contact.
So Miller running the other way, gives it up to Pond. She's a little strong on the layup, no good. Roy with the rebound, she'll look to break. And Roy goes up strong to the hoop, and looks like she's determined to go to the hoop and get to the line. Try and tie this game up for the Cougars.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the Heat Player of the Game, when we'll pick the top performer in tonight's matchup.
Roy makes the first free throw, tying the game 8-8. Last foul on Alexis Aiken, her second.
2-3.
Roy's second is up and good. So Kearsarge now leading 9-8 for the first lead of the game. Inside 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Stevens looking for an open shot there, just passing around the perimeter, trying to break this Kearsarge defense. Very strong, very stingy defense. And tipped away, but the Cardinals recover. Pond inside, a little too aggressive there as that's stolen away. Nicely done by Stevens.
Oh.
Ball gets inside to Loster. She'll go to the line for two. This has been a very physical game. both on the inside and away from the ball, as we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. There've been a lot of lower percentage passes, which have really caused a lot of girls to fight for the ball. So yes, I agree. Been very physical so far. Not a ton of points scored. It's going to be the winner of this game is going to be the team who settles down first.
Gloucester makes her second, so it extends the Cougar lead to 2, 10-8. Clock is yet to start as they advance the ball all the way up to the three-point line, and it still hasn't started. Three-point attempt by Miller, no good. Rebound by Roy.
Yeah, clock is still not started.
Kearsarge gets it inside, nicely done. Debbie Crosher, 12-8.
Finally, the clock starts.
Solid 45 seconds went off. Inside, no good, but a nice rebound there by Alexis Aiken, and she puts it back. 12-10 our score. Kearsarge tries to answer. They don't get it to fall. Sydney Miller running the break, but she has 4 Cougar defenders. She throws up a shot, no good. Roy with the outlet pass. And a hard foul there by Aiken.
Oh.
And some extracurricular activity now. So after the hard foul, Crosher kind of bumped Aiken as she walked back to the free throw line. But both refs were conversing. I don't think anyone saw it.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have drawn a technical if a ref had seen it. That was definitely a blatant contact there after the play. I guess she felt like the foul was a little harder than it had to be.
And Alexis Aiken will come out. Stepping back in is Alexis Ford. She looks like she's fine, just flexing her legs there, making sure she's ready to go after the scary-looking injury from earlier. Both free throws are no good. Rebounded by Crusher, and she will go back to the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, the free throw line. I had football in my mind. There's so much contact in this game.
Yeah.
First one's up and good. Kearsarge now leading 13-10, 5:29 to go. Stevens inbounds into the pressure of the Cougars, but nicely broken there. Ford maintains possession for the Cardinals, and they'll set up down 4 now, 14-10. On over to Cullison in the corner. Cullison gets it inside, back to Ford. Goes out of bounds and goes back to the Cougars.
Our replays are being brought to you by Kasasa. Free checking that rewards in cash each month. Ask for Kasasa at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See them for details. Member FDIC.
And Crotcher there breaks free. She goes unguarded, gets the easy lay-in. And Kearsarge now leading 16-10 with 4:54 to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zurheide here on the call from Claremont, New Hampshire, where the Lady Cardinals trail 16-10 versus the Cougars of Kearsarge. Nicely done there by the Cardinals, breaking the press, but then a little too aggressive, trying to get it inside to Alexis Ford. Stolen away, and the Cougars go the other way. Drawing contact. Madison Corser will go to the line for Kearsarge. So that's what we talked about in the pregame. This Cougar team likes to run. They press on defense. And they run a fast, high-tempo offense. And the first free throw is up and good. 17-10, 4:39 to go in the second quarter. Second shot up, no good. Couple players fighting for the rebound, Ford and Crosser. And tie-up is going to go Cougar basketball.
Yeah, and Crosser's got to be careful. She's being a little bit too aggressive. Clearly not 100% playing the ball. Playing to some contact. She's got to be careful. I can see a technical in her future.
Yeah, she's definitely been obviously initiating contact a number of times, so she's got to be careful. Brayshaw with it, out by the three-point line, throws it into the middle and intercepted by Mudge. Stevens starts the break. Luckily, they save it, and they'll reset the offense. Ford's three-point attempt, no good. Offensive rebound. This one to Pond in the corner. Alexis Aiken is up, no good, but she'll go to the line for two.
Stay tuned at the end of today's Hoops matchup for the Ramontos Brick Oven Pizza Play Pick of the Game. Ramontos Pizza, always fresh.
17-10 our score halfway through the second quarter. Alexis Aiken at the line shooting two. First one is up and good. After the Cardinals took a lead in the early going, Kearsarge seems to have settled down and righted the ship. They now have the lead. Second free throw is no good. Kearsarge once again running the offense through Brayshaw, pushing the pace. Brayshaw for three, a little long, nicely done. Rebound, Hansen.
Oh.
And a little aggressive there by Roy, going for the steal. That'll be her third foul, team's ninth. So 1-1 here for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, a lot of iffy passing here tonight. A lot of turnovers, a lot of steals, and not necessarily high-quality steals because some of these passes have just been ill-advised, really passing into traffic a lot.
Jenna Pond to shoot the 1-1. Her first one is up and good. 21-12. Pond's second is good as well. Nicely done there. Jenna Pond. And Emily Mudge there, moving her feet, trying to trap Brayshaw, but moves the feet, and that's the 10th team foul on. Two shots the rest of the way for the Cougars.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Brayshaw. She was seeking out the contact there, but she knew the Stevens defender was going to be moving her feet. She really created that foul and created these free throws.
Brayshaw's first is good. 22-13. Her second one is good as well, and they extend the lead to 10 points now, 23-13 with 3:20 to go in the first half. Well, if you're Stevens here, you really could use a basket. Had a few empty possessions, getting a couple free throws, but it's been a while since they've done a field goal. Really need to get one here. Pond for three. A little strong off the back iron and rebounded by the Cougars. Up ahead to Brayshaw. She'll fight through traffic. No good. Pond with the rebound. And the Cardinals control it. Alexis Aiken gets it to Sydney Miller. Miller drives baseline, then gets it over to Aiken. Her shot's no good. Fighting for the rebound. Loose ball, it'll stay Cardinal basketball. 2:30 to go.
Hey, local sports fans, the new YCN Sports Talk, co-hosted by our very own Jeremy Stout and Dave Collins, is on every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. And my YCN Sports Wrap is on Fridays at 7:30 p.m. for weekly highlights of high school sports in our region. YCN is your local view.
Off the missed basket, Brayshaw runs out on the break, gets it to Loster, who goes up, and she's fouled. Ford's first foul. Courtney Loster will shoot 2, trying to extend this lead. And her first one's good, 24-13. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound, Sydney Miller. She looks to run, but will slow it down. Let her teammates catch up and get set. Ford with a shot from just inside the arc. That's going to be no good. Kearsarge basketball. Emily Webster checking into the game now for the Cougars. Nice full court defense there, and Stevens ties it up. Emily Mudge with the nice tie up. So Andrew, we've seen both these teams play that full court pressure defense, and it's worked on a number of occasions for both teams.
Yeah, it has really caused some panic on the offensive side of the ball. Some confusion that's really led to a lot of these turnovers, a lot of poor passing. Definitely been effective.
Inside 2 minutes here.
Oh.
With a nice shot, turn around, gets it to fall, and cut into this lead, 24-15, and then Aiken takes it away. She'll go to the hoop, and the foul. Basket's no good, but the foul, Aiken will go to the line. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here on the call. Kearsarge leading 24-15 over the Cardinals. 1:28 to go in the half. Alexis Aiken at the line, missing the first of 2. Aiken, second one is up, and she gets the friendly roll. Kearsarge trying to break that press. They're able to do that, set up their offense. Crawshire, turnaround jumper from the free throw line, no good. Ford with the rebound, and Stevens looking to run it out. Miller will go back to the line. Sydney Miller shooting 2. Stevens trails by 8.
Tune in to YCN's Outside Television in high definition on Comcast HD Channel 713 or Channel 21 for all the outdoor adventure.
Miller gets the first one. Miller's second is up and good, so she hits both free throws. 24-18 as we approach 1 minute to play in the half. A little aggressive there by Emily Mudge. It looked like she was going to be able to stop herself, but couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, this full court press defense is really slowing down both teams. Occasionally, just like then, we'll see a foul on the defense. But for the most part, the defense has really been forcing turnovers, forcing some bad passes, and it's really going both ways.
And Madison Courser at the line. She hits both free throws, extends that lead back to 8 for the Cougars. Inside a minute to play. Miller from deep. Not able to get it to fall, and Kearsarge starts out on the break and then pulls it back. Kleckner with the three-point shot. Nice offensive rebound. That's number 15, Courtney Loster, and then she puts it back in. Aiken has her shot blocked. Kearsarge looks to run the other way. 10 seconds to go in the half. And there's Croshar with the basket. Here's 30 to 18. Stevens has to hurry if they want to get a shot off. And Miller with a three-point attempt. It's long, no good. So at the half, Kearsarge leads Stevens 30 to 18. We'll step aside, come right back with some halftime analysis and statistics. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
You're watching the YCN Game of the Week halftime show, brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, the Echo Communications halftime show, and Andrew at the half, 30 to 18, Kearsarge leading. What do we have for leaders for both teams?
So for Kearsarge, Croshar, the senior, she's really been the leading scorer. She scored 10 first half points. She's been big rebounding the ball, also has a few steals. And on the Stevens side, Aiken is the leading scorer. She has 7 points. She's been a force for the Cardinals, definitely the most important player so far. She also has a few steals. She's hit a number of free throws. So those two players, Aiken and Croshar, have really been the top two. And the two of them were really getting a little too physical earlier on in this game. They seem to have calmed down. Hopefully they remain sportsmanlike for the rest of the game, but I guess we'll see in the second half.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start for the Cougars there as Stevens had taken the early lead, but then Cougars found their groove, were able to really get it going, their offense in the groove, their defense playing some nice aggressive trapping, pressing. So what are we looking for in the second half? If you're Stevens, you got to be able to break that press, but then once you break the press, don't turn it over and get sloppy. Set up your offense and make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Stevens has definitely been able to break that full court pressure, but just like you said, once they get the ball into their offensive area, they seem to panic a little and don't set themselves up. They need to provide a lot of screens, some picks, try to get the open player. They've struggled to find somebody open to get quality scoring opportunities. So I'd say that's what the Cardinals need to improve on. And Kearsarge, similar, they have had some trouble beating the full court press. They need to make some more decisive and more accurate, better passes to set themselves up to make a good play. But for the most part, obviously Kearsarge with a 30 to 18 lead. They've been the better team so far. But both teams need to clean up their turnovers, clean up their passing. That's really, I think, their biggest weaknesses so far.
All right, so 30 to 18, Cougars leading the Cardinals at halftime. We'll come right back with the second half after this. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.